Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So here's your review of AEW Rampage and AEW Dynamite, the week commencing the 3rd of June. So it starts with Penta versus Kanoski in a great match. Winner gets a qualifier match in a ladder match. Winner was Kanoski. Then we have Chris Jericho and the Learning Tree basically saying, calling out Hook for his attacks, and basically states he will spend more time on Rampage and Dynamite. Well, Dynamite and Collision. He won't be on Rampage as much. Then we have Roderick Strong and the Kingdom not happy about Double or Nothing. Then we have Satnam Singh versus some guys. Satnam Singh obviously gets the victory. Then we have the Mogul Embassy, so they're ready for everybody, so watch out. Then we have Tony Storm versus some lady. Tony Storm gets the victory. Then we have Kyle O'Reilly versus some guy. Kyle O'Reilly gets the victory. Then we have Johnny TV calling out Claudio Castagnoli. And then in the main event, it's Ray Phoenix versus Isaiah in a great match, but in the end, Ray Phoenix gets the victory. Then we go over to Dynamite. Dynamite starts with MJF coming out. MJF basically calls out Okada, Swerve Strickland, and Will Ospreay, especially for Will Ospreay for saying he's the best in the world, but saying he hasn't really done much. Then Roosh comes out and basically says he wants to come and take MJF's spot. They call out each other and get into a brawl. Then we have Roderick Strong cutting a promo and Swerve Strickland, because that's the main event. So we'll see if he can get it done. Then we have a four-way match. Orange Cassidy versus Kyle O'Reilly versus Jay Lethal versus Ray Phoenix. Really good match. Go and watch it. You haven't seen it, but and the winner gets a shot at the International Championship. I'm going to get over that someday. But in the end, Ray Phoenix gets the victory. Then we have the Learning Tree turning up. The Learning Tree, they turn up to the venue. Then we have Willow Nightingale calling out Chris Statlander for what she's done recently, and she's coming for her basically. Then we have Christopher Daniels that calls for the ladder match for the TNT title at Forbidden Door. So that's what's going to happen for the TNT title, because it's vacant. Then we have Mark Briscoe and Brian Cage in a match for qualifying for that ladder match in a great match. Go and watch it, but Mark Briscoe gets the victory. Then we have Jack Perry saying he's going to win the TNT title because he's the true owner of it, so we'll see. Then we have Hook and Tony Nese going back and forth in the back. Then we have the Learning Tree giving some advice to Daddy Magic and his mate. So let's see if they take his advice or not. Then we have the Acclaimed come out. They're about to do their segment, but it was cut short by the EVPs. They literally cut the whole segment, so that's cold. Then we have Swerve Strickland calling out MJF for calling him out earlier, said he's going to come for him. Then he sends a contract to Will Ospreay in England to sign for their match, and also calls out their EVPs, I should say, if they ever step out of line again. Then Mercedes Moné talks about her wrestling history in Japan and all the titles she wins, but calls out Stephanie, who she's going to face at Forbidden Door. Then we have the BCC versus Team CMLL in a great match. Go and watch it if you haven't seen it, but in the end, the BCC get the victory. Then we have Christian Cage talking to the Young Bucks. He wants another title shot against Swerve Strickland, but they said, we can't give it to you right now, but we'll sort something out on the back end. But in the meantime, have her back, so we'll see. Then we have Mariah May versus Saraya in a really good match. Go and watch it, but Saraya gets the victory in the end, so congratulations to Saraya. Then we have Chris Jericho giving some advice with a Learning Tree to the Private Party, basically saying they should change their name from the Private Party to the Public Party. But I don't think that's going to happen. Then we have Bryan Danielson talks about his last year hasn't been successful. He's gone for many championships, but he's not won. But he's going to win he's looking to win the Owen Hart tournament and then face the AEW champion at All In. Then in the main event, it's Swerve Strickland versus Roderick Strong in a great match for the AEW World Championship. Go and watch it. Awesome match of the night, probably best match on the show. But in the end, whose house? Swerve Strickland defends his title.